called Utopia by Thomas More, he discusses the real pleasures and illusionary pleasures. He explains that a real pleasure is natural happiness and having a well-spent life, meaning that you brought positivity to the world. Then he explains what illusionary pleasure is, and that's something like hunting. And the reason for hunters being illusionary pleasure is that they enjoy the sight of an animal being killed or being beaten repeatedly. And Thomas More declares that the initial feeling for this is to feel pity, because when you see an animal being hurt, I would think you'd be sad. But however, a chain of bad habits, and over time, consequently, it results in a person preferring bad things over pleasant ones. And then, according to the surveys done in class, everyone sees at least one homeless person a week. And just because we see it every day doesn't mean our initial reaction should change. It's natural to feel sad and figuring out ways to help them out. I feel like our society is walking the streets pitiless, and when we see homeless, we're not going to help them out, and eventually it will feel as an illusionary pleasure. This is important to know because the homeless do not feel happiness anymore. Today I will inform you of the facts and figures of the homeless, a satisfaction step of donating to the homeless, and a result of a visualization that should happen because of us helping them. So all across the country, the homeless are suffering. The homeless are amongst us and doing whatever it takes to survive. They don't always have a home to go to. They don't have clothes on their back always. They don't have food. And they're walking the lonely, dark streets, just looking for a place to stay. According to an article by PBS.org, it estimates between 2.3 and 3.5 million people existing that are homeless. And in that same article, it says with the way that the economy is, and that since we're in a recession, 1.5 million more people become homeless. And then in a study by the National Center of Family Homelessness, 1 out of 5, or 1.5 American children are homeless each year. And this survey was taken in 2009. And in addition to that, about 40% of them are veterans, which counts out to 200,000 of the 2.3 million. In addition to other things that affect people to become homeless, it includes caused by tragic life occurrences, the loss of loved ones, job loss, domestic violence, divorce, family disputes. Others include depression, untreated mental illnesses, natural disasters, and post-traumatic stress disorder. So these are things we can't control, so I believe that if they can't control them, it's not always their fault that they're becoming homeless, and we should definitely help them out. And then one of my friends, he's a photographer, and he works for a school newspaper. He took a picture of this man, Ronnie. The reason why Ronnie is homeless is because he lost his job because he had post-war syndrome. So basically, he served for our country, one of the most courageous positions in basically the world. And what does he get for it? He becomes homeless because the military doesn't help him out with money. And now look at him. He sleeps on the side of the Highway 101. Now that I've told you about who, what, and why of homeless people, I'm now going to inform you of a solution that can help them out. To provide the homeless with help and support, I encourage everyone to donate to the homeless shelters. One of the ways you can do is text NCH to 85944 and reply yes to make a $10 donation. Or go online to www.nationalhomeless.org, because every dollar makes a difference. That could buy food, that could buy clothes, that could open up more homeless shelters for our homeless people around us. And then, like I said, homeless shelters are very impacted, so doing this will open up more homeless shelters, and that will give more people a place to sleep at night. In addition to money being donated, you can also donate food, clothes, toys, and books, and that could help also the younger generation, because some people are born into being homeless, and they also deserve a childhood. And from the surveys that I took from this class, a lot of you felt like it wasn't right to just give the homeless money, and I definitely encourage that because I know they use it on drugs and alcohol, and that just makes their homelessness and their chances of getting a job even worse. So I definitely suggest these things. And now that I told you about the solution, I'm going to talk to you about situation results and what could happen. As a result of the donations, the homeless will have a better life. If people make donations, it will open up more homeless shelters, have a place to sleep, and with possible showers, because I know like people are walking around, people don't want to be on ride buses or be in certain restaurants because they feel like homeless people are there and they smell. So this offers them to take a shower. It also gives them clothes, and also gives the kids some sort of childhood with books and toys. But however, if people do not donate, our world will continue to have more and more homeless people. As previously stated, within the next 2 years, 1.5 million people will become more homeless. More homeless shelters are primarily donation based, so they do not. So if people do not donate food or clothes or books or toys, the homeless aren't going to have anything basically to live for. And if if people would not donate, the life that we see around town as they state, it's just going to continue, and it's just going to get worse with more homeless people. Today, I have told you the facts and figures of the homeless and the satisfaction step donating to the homeless, and as a result, the visualization of what could happen for the homeless. I'm very proud that I stand before a group of people that are willing to homeless, because only 2 of you said that you guys don't donate. Not only do I want you to continue this, but also spread the word of homelessness around your friends and family so they could definitely help the homeless out. And for those who don't, I hope I've encouraged you to do so. And like I said, everyone wants happiness, as Thomas More said, and you can obtain happiness by helping someone and also achieve happiness for themselves.